Last thing I want to do today is talk to you about what I recommend. And today I recommend Batman Mask of the Phantasm. If you don't know what this is, basically right after they started Batman the Animated Series over 20 years ago, they realized they liked what they had, so they started working on a direct-to-DVD movie of the series called Batman Mask of the Phantasm, and then through the process of things, the studio said, hey, why don't we release this in theaters? And so they released this Batman animated film in theaters over 20 years ago. It didn't make a ton of money. It didn't do terribly great. But the people that did see it really, really liked it. So for my money's worth, I believe that Batman the Animated Series is the best cartoon of all time. I believe that. The storytelling is so sophisticated. I loved it when I was 11, and then I loved it more when I bought the DVD sets about 10 years ago when they came out, and now I love rewatching it still, and now showing it to my kids. It's an incredible show, and this movie was a continuation of that. They gave them more freedom in their storytelling, and of course some of the more innuendos and violence that they could show in it. So in the movie, a mysterious character shows up in the city of Gotham that is taking out the mob. Along the same lines, a person from Bruce's past has reemerged in the city, that someone that he used to be kind of a love interest for Bruce, actually. Along the same times, there's another guy in the government that he's starting to appear and kind of working his way and kind of schmoozing some people. And all this is going on, and the Joker plays into the story a little bit, and it's all this question of who's this person taking out the mob trying to do their mob stuff, who is this new love interest person, who is this new government guy, how does Batman play into it? And it's all told while retelling kind of the first year of Batman's year in Gotham, and so you get kind of that Batman Begins feel 10 years before Batman Begins, and it gives you that this backstory of how he became Batman and the process along the way of him trying things out and testing things, questioning his journey to becoming Batman. And it's probably the most pure representation of Batman that we've seen in a film. So we've seen good or great reinterpretations of Batman, like Nolan's Batman are great films, but they reinterpret Batman in a lot of ways to fit very much a Nolan version of Batman. Whereas Batman Mask of the Phantasm is a true version of Batman to the comic books, continuation of Batman the Animated Series, and so it's a purer version of Batman. More truer to it. And the best thing is it plays into the Batman the Animated Series, the Bruce Timm animated universe, and it's part of this incredible span of cartoons that went over 10 years. That's a really neat thing that they were able to do, to have one continuity that went through so many different shows over spanning so much time. And this movie is a key piece to it, and seeing early period in Batman's life. And so it really is very interesting story, very cool story. What was great about it is that they invented a new villain. All these Batman movies we keep getting, they keep using his rogues gallery. And they do that for the obvious reasons of he's got a great rogues gallery and we want to see those characters on screen. But they had the balls to actually create their own villain and make a compelling villain that you can see Batman's conflicting ideologies going along with this person. You know, as the story goes along, like I said, it ties in the Joker into it and has some great fight scenes, action scenes to it. And you really, when talking about Batman the Animated Series and the movies associated with, you have to talk about the music. I think it was Shirley Walker or something like that. Shirley Walker, I believe, did the music for these, and she's working off of Danny Elfman's music for Tim Burton's Batman movies. And her version of it, I think, is even better than Danny Elfman's. She took it to a better place, and it's just stunning that you're watching a cartoon that's relatively low budget that has such incredible, chilling music. And I mean, it starts off, and there's as the credits are going, you're flying through Gotham, and just the music, it's just epic in nature, and I mean, I love it. I mean, I love the score and Danny Elfman's score, and somehow she made it better. And I don't think enough people give her credit for doing that. So overall, I think that this is one of the stronger Batman movies that have ever been made, and it's animated, and very few people talk about it when they talk about the best Batmans we've ever seen. And, you know, of course, it's got Kevin Conroy voicing Batman, and you've got Mark Hamill as the Joker. And very much recommend you see it. If you're a fan of Batman the Animated Series, you should check it out. If you're a fan of Batman, you should check it out. And if you haven't watched Batman the Animated Series, and if you haven't seen this movie, go do it. If I had to give this movie a rating, I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. It's very strong. I don't really have any complaints. It's not so much that I ding it a little bit for a specific complaint so much as I don't feel like it was swinging to be a home run. They went for a triple and they got a triple. Like, they got exactly what they're aiming to do with this movie. And if I'm being honest, I want more people to watch it, so please go and watch it. And have you seen Batman the Animated Series, and have you seen Batman Mask of the Phantasm? I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Thank you for watching, and if you're new here, please click that subscribe button if you've liked my ramblings about all this stuff. Thank you much.